Hi everyone, welcome to In Nature Tarot. Welcome to this beautiful pick a card, a beautiful general pick a card reading, all about what do people like about you? What do they admire about you? What do they see in you? Everyone sees us differently than we see ourselves. So we're just gonna dive into what people actually appreciate and love about you. So this is gonna be a really fun feel-good videos, so get comfy, get cozy, get some tea, or get a beverage of your choice. And we're gonna get started with group 1, group 2, and group 3. Timestamps are gonna be listed down below, so you can fast forward to your group, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading, all about what people kind of like in you, what they admire in you, what they see in you, kind of how they feel about you, kind of what you don't see, how people see you. And so this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I do offer personal readings if that's something that you feel called. Link will be down below, but let's get started. You chose this beautiful green crystal. So we're gonna start with tarot. What do people like about you? All right, we have the moon, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Two of Wands, or Two of Torches in this deck. So what I'm getting like right off the bat is kind of you just have a very sweet demeanor about yourself. With the Ace of Cups and the moon here, you know, you're really in touch with your emotions, you're really in touch with kind of being very supportive of other people and maybe their problems. Maybe you're kind of someone that people can go to and they can just vent to you and you give really good advice. And it's not even, you're not doing it in an egotistical way. It's just a very genuine, heartfelt way of helping and guiding others. You know, you have the two people here, you know, kind of supporting each other almost. And then you have this little person in the cup where it's almost like you're willing to go above and beyond to help people. Maybe you're like the resident like therapist of your friend group. Maybe you just kind of embody that kind of therapist feeling, if you will. But I definitely see that like people really admire you for your advice and like also for your honesty. I feel like people can come to you about a problem or situation or a person and like you'll be like brutally honest if you have to. You'll say exactly how you feel. But you also won't try to put in their mind like this is what you need to do. You kind of just let them make their own choices, because you know no matter what you say, even if you see the direction they should or shouldn't go, it doesn't matter, because ultimately, you know, it's all personal preference and, you know, everyone's on their own journey. So you kind of see that and you just let people make mistakes or figure it out the hard way. Like you're willing to give advice and be helpful and honest, but you're also like, it's your life. You make whatever choice you want to make. Like I'm not going to stop you. But it's like a very loving like way. It's very like therapist energy. You know, people really admire that about you. As well as I feel like you're also like a very sensitive person. So you pick up on people and their energy. You kind of see, you know, underneath, and you kind of understand what people are going through. Maybe you've gone through a lot yourself. And so you realize that you can never really be mad at someone or hold grudges, because you kind of see where they are on their path, because you are on your own path as well. And like you've been through, you know, hell and back if you want, and you realize why people are the way that they are, you know. But I also get that you're very detail oriented and focused, and like you like to plan things and have things organized, like, and I think people admire that about you. It seems like you have your head on your shoulders. Maybe you personally don't feel that ever, but like people see you as someone just like a go-getter. Like maybe you're a bit younger and like you haven't yet gotten to all the goals that you want to, but there's almost like this respect because people see how hard you hustle, and they see your determination, and they see like your hard work, and even if it takes multiple years to get XYZ, you're willing to kind of put in that time and energy, and you're willing to like I don't know, just persistence, perseverance, like not motivation. Like people see you making moves and they're like, wait, how did they do that? Like they just did it. And like there's almost like this admiration to your dedication and craft. Whatever you're like working on, whether that's you work a normal job and you're like trying to get advancements in your career, or you're working on creative side projects, like whatever it is, or even like teaching or learning or studying, like whatever you're doing, people admire that, you know, you put that first, but you also have time and energy for your personal relationships. So there's almost like there's this respect of balance, of, you know, making your life how you want it to be, but also like you enjoy, you know, the process, you enjoy the journey. You're not all focused on relationships, and you're not all focused on, you know, whatever makes your heart sing, if you will. But I feel like there's this energy of balance. You're very balanced, you know, with the two people here, you have the Two of Wands, and in the middle is the Ace of Cups. It feels like there's this good balance of maybe you're someone that's very spiritual, but also like equally grounded. Like, I feel like sometimes when people get into spirituality, they go way too woo-woo and lose touch with reality, and they blame everything on a higher power, and they only listen to like signs, and they never like actually listen to themselves, and there's like a disconnect from that spirituality to like a grounded, stable energy. Like, yeah, I'm still human, so I'm still going to like make mistakes and still going to enjoy the journey. But I feel like people admire that about you because it's like you have a spiritual acceptance, but you're also someone that's like grounded in reality. Like, yeah, I still have bills to pay. I still want to manifest, and I still want to take responsibility of like paying my bills. So like it's like this equal respect of having a good balance, and people really, really respect that of you. So let's see what else wants to come through. I wasn't going to do more tarot cards, but I'm feeling called, and since you're group one, why not? All right, anything else about group one, what people admire about group one? There's one card there, two more. Oop. Okay. I wasn't gonna take all of them, but you know what? We will. So we got the Eight of Wands. Can you see it? No, you cannot. Five of Wands, King of Wands, and Seven of Swords. So you definitely have this determination, this hard work, this, I feel like you have a really good work ethic, no matter like what the job even is. Even if it's something like simple or easy, like you still won't like half-ass it. Like you're still willing to put in so much patience and dedication and hard work. There's a lot of like heart and soul within you that people admire. They see that you're really becoming something like really powerful and really incredible, and you're doing it in a very fast way, but it's very stable, like we were saying before. But yeah, there's this like people admire you for sticking with your plans and the way you're able to shift and be flexible and flow as well as like if you have an idea, you just go for it. You just put your all into it. And people really admire that about you, because a lot of people just don't start. And you, like, if you get any little inkling of idea, you're like, I'm just gonna go with the flow and see where it goes. You know, it may not turn into anything, may turn into, I don't know. But it's almost like you're willing to, like, give it a shot. And here with the Seven of Swords, I feel like your bullshit like radar detector is like really good. I feel like people can really trust you. Like there's this energy of like you're able to see through people's persona and their like veil, if you will, like, because people always put on like a show until you really get to know someone. But it's almost like people get really comfortable with you, where they show maybe this more negative traits of themselves or whatnot, but people feel really comfortable around you to be their true self, you know, good and bad. And so that's another thing people really admire about you, is that they can be themselves around you, which is like a huge compliment, like, which is really sad that most people can't be themselves around their friends or loved ones, you know? But yeah. Okay. Let's get into some oracle cards here. We have trust. Yeah, people trust you. Like with the Seven of Swords here, like they'll trust you with, if they even like messed up, they'll come to you with advice because they know that you won't judge them, because they know that you've already been through your own, like I said, hell and back. But it's almost like, yeah, you speak the truth, people trust you, they trust your advice, they trust to just, maybe you're like in the realm of becoming a healer or therapist or something along those lines, because people definitely trust you, or even like a teacher of some sort. And it doesn't have to be a school teacher. There's teachers in all different kinds of realms. You know, there's plenty of people that teach a topic on YouTube, for example. That could be it. But let's get into change. Yeah, like I said earlier, I feel like you have this very flexible approach to life and to things, and you're able to be very flexible and make quick decisions and quick shifts and kind of go with the flow. You kind of really trust your inner compass, your inner guidance, because you do have that kind of head in the clouds but feet on the ground kind of energy, and you have a really good balance of the two, which people really admire. And we have a new start is coming. Yeah, I feel like change, like things just happen in your life because you allow them to happen. And so like things just change and start, and like people admire how flexible you are with everything that you're handed on the day-to-day. All right. And we have activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're being led. Yeah, again, I feel like you really trust the process. You trust the path. You trust the process. You don't complain much. People really like admire that you just go with the flow, and people, you know, that inspires people to do that themselves. And so it's just, yeah, people look up to that. So that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you liked it. Feel free to give the video a like, a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your pick a card reading, all about what people admire or see in you or respect in you. You know, kind of everything that you don't really see yourself, because you see yourself on a day-to-day basis, but people see you and perceive you in a different way. So we're going to get into that. Just want to say it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. I do offer personal readings if that interests you. Link is down below, of course. Okay, so let's see what people admire about you. Immediately, like, I get that you always have like a positive outlook. I feel like you're someone that just always is laughing and smiling and trying to just be positive through the chaos of life. And I feel like you just really enjoy the process of just being a good person. Like, people really admire like how giving you are emotionally, even like gifts. I feel like, or just advice, or just even your presence. I feel like there's this very warm, sunny energy around you, that you just always care for people, and you always want to make people laugh and feel good and kind of look on the sunnier side of life, even if you are handed a difficult situation. Maybe you're just gonna feel down for like a day, but you always manage to like turn it around and feel better, and then you're like, oh, I feel great. You don't get stuck in emotions. You'd rather celebrate the good times and the positive times and what is going right and what you do have. You're all about positive affirmations, but you're also like, with the Princess of Pentacles here, like super grounded in reality. And like life is hard, and things are gonna ebb and flow, and you're like, you're able to understand that. Like you're able to like be realistic about your happiness. Like, it's not like a facade where you're like, I have to be happy all the time and I have to have all my things together. No, I feel like you're someone that just genuinely, it's like, wants to be happy and chooses to be happy. And people really admire that about you, and they want to be around you, because even if something's stressful or something's hard, you always, come out on top, or it's like, all right, well, we'll just see what happens. You don't really worry about things until you're given a choice, and you stay grounded and present, and like, you just want to have fun. Like, that's your main thing in life, is you just want to have fun, and you want to enjoy, and you want to laugh. I feel like you laugh at different or difficult situations. I feel like you kind of just use humor to make your way through the world in like a very helpful way. Maybe like you like comedy a lot, maybe you watch stand-up comedy, maybe you do comedy, but I feel like you just inspire people to see like the brighter side of life, and that life is meant to have challenges and hardships, but you choose how you deal with your emotions. You choose to feel Debbie Downer, or you choose to be like bright and sunshine and be like, I don't care. I'm just gonna like go with the flow of it and see, how it goes and how I feel and like all that. You go with the flow of life, and people really admire that about you. It inspires them to do the same. So let's get a couple more. Group 2. Oh, that's funny. I was wondering where that card was, the Sun card. Because like, that's what you embody. You are just a bright ray of sunshine and hope, and I don't know, you just, even if things are hard, you still manage to get through them. Or if the cards explode and go everywhere, you still, you give people hope and like excitement of, that there's endless possibilities in life. And you just really inspire people to like feel better about where their present is, or what they're worried about, or you take away people's like anxieties and fears. You're able to help them like process perhaps what they're worrying about, what they're losing sleep on. Like, you're able to like shake them out of like a dark place just by being you, just by being your own presence. But you also have like this softer, like intuitive side. So you know when to offer that help, when to step back and let someone figure it out. But there's this, you have a good balance, like I said. So you're not one of those fake people that's just like fake happy all the time, like forcing it. You're actually genuinely like, I choose to be happy every single day, no matter what is handed to me. No matter if like I need a cry or I need like a day off, like I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna come back and nothing's gonna stop me. Like I'm just gonna keep on going, you know? So you have this very giving, like you're just the ray of sunshine. Like you walk in the door and you make everyone smile or laugh just by like your presence, or maybe what you say or what you do, or maybe you're just, I don't know, like you elevate the vibration in the room is what I'm trying to say. There's also this kind of cleansing energy of you, which I think helps with this Nine of Swords energy. Like people get stuck in their problems, in their victim mentality, in that like that ever turmoil cycle. And it's almost like you know when to come through and give someone some advice, or just get them like, you shake people out of their like stuck, stagnant energies. You know, you're able to like cleanse away their worries, or maybe even help them like analyze their worries better in a more logical, helpful way instead of just like panic. But yeah, you help them just get through things in a clearer headspace. You help them get out of that emotional body and into a more grounded body to be able to work through their problems, or to see their problems as not so hard, or as like taking baby steps to solve their problems. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have envy. I am the same as everyone, but different challenges. Yeah, people see that you go through your own stuff, and some days you're not a bright ray of sunshine. Maybe you're just a bit quieter. Maybe you're a bit more reserved that day. But people see that you still go through hard times and challenges, but you're able to do it. Instead of a victim mentality, you're just like, all right, I'm going to try to figure this out. I'm going to take steps, and I'm going to try to be positive about it, because, you know, life is about challenges and like hurdles and things that come up. And, you know, I can choose to be sad and woe is me about it, or I can choose to like have hope and to go with the flow and trust that I'm able to get through every single challenge life hands me, and I can choose to do it in a positive way instead of like dwell on like the problems as like a negative and avoid them and blah blah blah. You're just like, no, I don't have time for that. All right, spiritual partnership which is pretty like a random card, but what I'm getting more so for this is that yeah, with the High Priestess, you're kind of in touch with that more sensitive side of when to say something, when to like give someone their space. And partnership doesn't have to be romantic, but it's almost like you like meet the people that you're meant to meet to help them transition through a period. You're almost like a spiritual guider of friends or coworkers, or like a relationship or whatever. You help people get through a situation. Like you're just a bright ray of sunshine, and you help people transition difficult like periods. And so it's almost like they look to you as like a guider, or not quite a guru, you know, because you're very grounded, and you know, you're just a normal person. Like you're like, no, I'm just normal. But people look up to you as that, as a very stable, grounded person. All right, And we have confidence is your key to success. Yeah, I've been getting like super Leo energy the whole time. You don't have to be a Leo. You know, it's just embodying that caring, nurturing, loving side of yourself. It's just you've got a big heart and you just want to share it. You just want to spread your joy and sunshine onto everyone like the sun does, regardless of whatever they're going through or who they are or where they've come from. You don't judge. All right. And we have whale and orca elders sharing your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Yeah, I think people admire like your energy, your vibrancy, your presence, your energy. Like it's respected, it's wanted, it feels good. People are like, I like your energy, I like what you bring to the table. There's just a respect of your voice and your sound and your advice and your humor. I get humor a lot. Like you just make jokes about hard times and make them seem a little lighter, which is lovely. So that's all I have for you, group 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to give a like, a comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your general pick a card reading, all about what people kind of admire in you. You know, we always see and know ourselves, but we never see how, I guess, other people perceive us and what they admire and respect about us. So we are going to be diving in to see what that is. So this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. And I do offer personal readings. Link is down below in the description. So let's see what we have for tarot. All right, Princess of Cups, the Empress, and the Fool. So one thing I want to start off by saying is when I was pulling your pre-pulled cards, I did get the energy of, I guess, kind of like a King of Swords energy, which is someone that just speaks their mind, which is something that people really respect of you. You know, you really like say how you feel, or you just don't waste people's time. You're maybe a bit more brutally honest, but people really, really respect that. Some people hate it, but those aren't your people. But the people that do respect it, like very much respect it, that you are someone that can just say like how you feel. You're like, your communication skills are on point. Like you're not a jerk about it. Like, for example, if you're at a bar and like someone approaches you and you're just like, not interested, you'll just tell them. Be like, thank you for approaching me. I'm really flattered, but I'm not interested. Thank you. You know, you don't have to be like, F off, I'm not interested, but you do it in a very polite, great way. Like you have really strong boundaries, you have strong communication, like you just don't really take anyone's ish, like you just don't have time for that. So I just wanted to start with saying that because I was curious to see if it would pop up. But another thing I'm seeing that people admire about you, especially this Empress card, is that you have like, regardless of your gender, you have this very nurturing side of yourself where you just kind of want to, I just get the energy of like keep your friends really close. Like you're someone that would really protect someone. So should like someone do something mean to your friend, you would go after the person, like, or just like go find them and have a really strong conversation and be like, look, you really hurt my friend. You're kind of a horrible person. You should at least apologize. But I feel like you're someone that like, I get the energy of, you know, like the stories of mothers lifting cars because their baby's underneath it or something. I feel like that's the kind of energy you have, like protective wise. Like you will lift a car and save someone underneath it if there's someone that is near and dear to your circle. And it's also like, Yeah, you just get the energy like super protective, but like in a very loving, beautiful way. You know, it's not in a nasty way where no one could ever approach you or a friend. It's in a way that's like you see right through, you know, everything. You know, you're not naive. You have strong boundaries. You have strong communication. You have strong respect. People don't take you for granted either, especially when first meeting you. I feel like you do have a sweet, kind nature here with the Princess of Cups, but people know ultimately not to mess with you because you're the Empress, you know? You just don't even poke that, you know, lion. But with the Princess of Cups, I feel like you do have a very sweet nature, nurture heart. Like you have a very gentle soul. Like you have a very protective, gentle soul, and people really admire that about you. And I feel like it takes a while for, you know, people to get to know you. I feel like you do have a guard up, you do have a wall up. But as soon as that wall is broken down, like you're like a faucet of just like, blah, you want to hear all my stuff? Here you go. But I feel like, you know, it just takes time for you to be open, because once your heart is open, it's open for life. You don't just let people in willy-nilly. Like there's this, they must earn a spot in your protection zone, you know. But I feel like, yeah, once people can break into that, you give so much, and it's worth the time and energy to get to know you, because what you offer people, once they, you know, get to know you and you have that trust built, there's this respect and demeanor and just like everything. Like there's just ultimate, you would jump off of a cliff for people, you will go the distance for people, and people admire that. But you also won't go the mile if it's not respected. This is only, it's not like a blind trust. It's like, it's an earned trust. And if someone doesn't reciprocate, you know, the relationship or the energy, like you will be honest and sit down with them and have a conversation, and they appreciate that. Like you actually come to them with problems or things about the relationship that's not good, because, you know, every relationship has its ups and downs, romantically, friendship, co-workers, whatever. But I feel like there's like a mutual respect of like communication, and like, it's like, yeah, if you have a problem with me, come talk to me. And it's almost like, yeah, people admire that about you, that you will go and tell them to their face, be like, I don't like how you did this. It made me feel like this, and blah, blah, blah. And also that just opens the doorway so that other people can kind of do the same as well. You know, your friends and family like are like, oh, you confronted me about this problem. That means I later, you know, feel okay with bringing up a sensitive topic, because I know you're not just going to get emotional and snap. You're going to be loving in the way, because you want this connection to continue, and you don't want to just throw it away. You know, like it's such an important connection to have. So let's see what else we have for you. Group 3, what people love or admire about you. Oop. And one more. Okay, there we are. We have the Queen of Coins on the bottom, the Hanged Man, Strength, and 2 of Swords. So we have 4 major arcana cards. Like, you are someone to not be messed with, that's for sure. Like, you are like strong and fierce, but you're also like an open book. Like, you're very open to, maybe you're someone that really enjoys political discussions or topics, And you're willing to hear other people's views and other people's opinions and sides of the story. You know, doesn't mean you're going to change your mind, but you're willing to like listen like an open book and have that kind of openness about you, which is rare these days, because I feel like there's so much immediate labeling and stuff like that, and so there's no room for conversation. So people respect that you are able to sit down and talk about difficult topics, whereas you probably know that neither of you are going to change your mind, but like it's still worth having that open discussion. And you like having those open discussions, like you really like just kind of pushing the envelope. And maybe you're someone that likes to live or move a lot. Maybe you've lived in like different like locations. Maybe you've lived in like a huge city. Maybe you've lived in the middle of nowhere. Maybe you've lived in a small town. Maybe you've lived overseas. Like I feel like you love culture. Maybe you travel a lot, or you know, used to travel a lot, you know, depending on when you're watching this. But I feel like you like getting to know other worlds and people and cultures and topics. And so you yourself, you're like a mediator almost, because you've seen so much and you've talked so much and you've experienced so much that you're like almost the perfect neutral. And people really admire that about you. And that you also have this like strength here. You have like this kind heart and you're very open, but again, you do have that wall up, but then once, you know, those people get into the wall, like you are like protective, and also you're like willing to like help people use their voice as well. Like you really encourage people to be strong and to do what you do. And the Two of Swords here, I feel like you know what you want, and people really respect that. Like you're not willing to just date for the sake of stroking your ego, or you're not willing to have a friendship just because maybe at work it would make your relationship at work be better and you get more bonuses or whatever. I feel like that's not the person you are, and people respect that you'll fight for your respect. You won't just get handed your respect. There's this fighting energy in you. Not that you fight, but that you are not a pushover. People like you immediately like stand your ground and say your opinions and tell people to go away. So that's what I get from you. Let's see what else we have for you. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So I feel like you've definitely been through your fair share of events. And people see like a side of you that they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this person like is still moving forward. I think personally I would still be a mess. And almost like there's this respect that you're able to take the time to process, to be alone about situations. I feel like you have a good balance of going within and also asking for help during times that maybe are harder, because you've built this like this network of connections that are very loyal and beautiful. And I feel like you have this really good open circle, and you're able to talk about anything and everyone. And it's not in a victim mentality kind of way. You're able to tell your stories in a way to encourage others to have the strength to get through them. That's kind of where I was going with that card. All right. And we have patience. I feel like you're also like a very creative person. I feel like you do things in a very creative way. Maybe you dress creatively, you talk creatively, maybe you create things. I just get the energy of like very creative, go with the flow. Another thing I have is patience. Like you're very patient in like a stubborn way. Like you will take the time to really build a solid foundation with someone. Like you have patience and respect. All right, and we have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, I definitely get that stubborn earth energy where like, doesn't have to be, but I feel like you have those walls up, but once they come down, you have the patience to like work through that, because you've been burned in the past. And so like, you know, you open yourself up with, what is it? High hopes, low expectations. That's the kind of energy I get. All right. And all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So I feel like that people admire you because you feel like you always have a path. You always have a decision. You always have a goal. You're always striving for something. And maybe you're always creating something new or a different like genre of medium, if you will. You know, you're always like looking to go somewhere and do something, especially with that Fool card. Like you're always willing to like take a trip or go on a journey or create something new or start a new business. I don't know, you're willing to like go the mile and explore and see the world. You're very curious, and people, you know, like that about you, and they want to be a part of your curiosity. So that's all I have for you, group 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please give the video a like, a comment, subscribe if you feel called. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.